Hey guys, Bigrat310 is here again, back again. And the plugs today are going to be Sanders Robin and Honor Hammer 26. Because I was going over Validation, I realized the only two people who really review Ring of Honor shows I know, besides myself, and the new ones are Honor Hammer 26 and Sanders Robin. And that's why they're getting the plug. Both very, very, very knowledgeable fans. Very smart guys from both of them. Sanders Robin, Honor Hammer 26 does a lot of PWG, not just ROH. And, you know, he's a really smart wrestling fan. I talked to him on Skype. He's in my fantasy football league. Very, very, very knowledgeable guy. His Q&As, I think, are probably the best. They could be the best Q&As on YouTube. I seriously mean that. And Sanders Robin, who I suspect might have every ROH DVD ever. I'm not sure of that. But he made a top 30 DVDs of 2003. Who has 30 2003 ROH DVDs? I can't think of anybody. So, yeah, definitely go check him out because very smart guy. He will review all the shows. He reviewed Validation. The only person besides myself that reviewed Validation is him. No one else. No one else reviewed Validation. I give him credit for that. And really, you know, like, he puts a bunch of top 10 ROH DVDs, ROH matches, and that's helpful for someone like myself who want to, you know, like, see the best, like, DVDs I can get from ROH, and I still have a lot more to go. I can go to his lists, and they're right there where I can check them out. And I can see the ones that are available. Okay, Bigten sale, but I'll talk about more at the end of the vid. I'm just gonna say like shows. There's shows that are up to the shows like that are really high up there, like Unforgettable. I'll admit I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's amazing. That's why I'm saying that now because I'm gonna get into that at the end of the video. But anyways, let's get to the show. Eddie Kingston versus Reyes. I thought this was an okay opener. You know, a little bit enjoyable. Definitely 2.25 stars. I felt. Eddie Kingston is one of the best matches I've seen from him because everything I've seen from Eddie Kingston is horrible, and AJ34 is trying to persuade me to become a better Eddie Kingston fan. This match showed that he has talent, and Reyes, damn, has he improved. I'm saying with these matches, these two matches that he had with this show and the one I Never Say Die, he really has improved. But I know people are saying ROH should deliver better openers, especially, you know, 2.25 stars might not be a satisfying opener. I feel if you enjoy the match, I think it's did its job as the opener. It's supposed to get you pumped for the rest of the show, and I thought this match would suck. And since it exceeded my expectations, you know, I kind of was a little bit hyped for the rest of the show. Brent, Albright, and Erick for Super Smash Bros. A bit disappointing because the Super Smash Bros. Had a great match, I thought, at Never Say Die. But this was still, you know, a pretty good match. I think I'm going to give it 2 3/4. They did some... last show they did two spots that I thought were just unbelievable. And this show they did one spot that was better than both spots they did in Never Say Die. That was really cool. Great effort by all four, man. 2 3/4. Now we go to a match that I feel is very underrated on the show, and that is Sonjay and Chris Hero. I thought this match was pretty good. 3.25 stars. It got some time. It got like 13, 14 minutes, something around there. And Sonjay Dutt looked great here. He looked great, man. This is the best I've seen him. I don't want to say ever, but he's just been doing shit in TNA the past 2 years that to see him go like this, it really reminded me of how an amazing worker Sonjay Dutt is. And Chris Hero, I'm satisfied, so AJ34 can stop crying. I am now a Chris Hero fan, okay? Happy, because I always said, you know, I'm not a really big fan of Chris Hero. And he goes, well, I'll bet you from a cut above to Manhattan Mayhem that all his matches will be at least 3 stars or higher. And not only are they 3 stars or higher, but he had an epic match at Never Say Die. I gotta give Chris Hero his credit. But this match was great, and I don't know why people don't like it too much. I think, like 7, we're referring to him a lot. Sanders Robin, I think give it 2.5, 2 3/4. I thought it was a little better than that. I thought it was 3-star worthy, a very enjoyable match. A bunch of elbow moves again by Chris Hero. It was just an overall fun match, I thought. That's the best way to say it. Fun. 3.25. Let's go to Jimmy Rave and Claudio Castagnoli versus Necro and Delirious. This match was kind of a comedy match. It took like 5 minutes for them to fight, but you know, it was very funny with the crowd still doing the hey that Claudio Castagnoli still hates, and he sells it perfectly on how much he hates it. And I'm gonna give this 3 stars. You know, I thought it was a very enjoyable match for what it was. I really did enjoy the match, and it was definitely, you know, something to see. You know, good match, and I expected a lot worse. Next, we go to Rhett, Titus, and Kenny King versus Payne and Redwood. This is probably the worst match of the night. I'm still going to give it 2.25 stars. I still found it, you know, enjoyable. Didn't expect much from it to begin with. And really, I don't think this is the best teaming of Redwood and Payne. I don't even know why this match had to happen, really. It was still an okay match, 2.25, enjoyable. Because, you know, I'm giving it 2.25 just because not Rhett Titus. You know he's good, but Kenny King is just such an amazing athlete that's why this match gets what it gets. If it wasn't for him in this match could have been 1.5, 1.25. But it was still a pretty good effort by Kenny King and a pretty good match overall. I mean, okay match overall. There's no Colt Cabana, Joey Ryan. This match was hilarious. Again, man, Colt Cabana is probably the funniest man in professional wrestling. I mean, Kenny King and Bryan Danielson had their epic match, and a lot of people say Chuck Taylor is probably the funniest man in professional wrestling. Colt Cabana has made me laugh every single match of his. I've obviously haven't seen enough of Chuck Taylor, but Colt Cabana always finds a way to keep me happy, and he's a good wrestler, and Joey Ryan's a good wrestler, and they did a really funny spot where referee Todd St. Clair tried to kick away Colt Cabana's hand when Nana was holding on to him and Colt Cabana let go, and Todd St. Clair fell on the ground. That was hilarious. So yeah, definitely a fun match. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. That was a very enjoyable match. Then go to the match of the night, American Wolves versus Kingston and Bryan Danielson. This match was great. 4 stars. I agree with Hammer 26. If it wasn't for Kenta, if you want to say in ROH talent, Davey Richards has to be the MVP. I think he's had 4-star matches in almost every single show since the show before 7th anniversary. No, I think even his match of Steel City Clash was 4 stars. From Steel City Clash, yes, 7th anniversary show. Supercard of Honor 4. Don't feature Stu twice. Okay, Cut Above was 3.5. Homecoming 2 could be a 4 stars. I thought it was 3.25, but that's basically 4. Never Say Die was 4, and this was 4. He's definitely probably the MVP. If not for Kenta, if you want to just say ROH talent itself, he is definitely the MVP. And it really shows. And this was a great match. If you saw my channel like 5 minutes ago, I put this on my top 10. That's how good I thought it was. But then I rewatched. I'm like, okay, maybe it's not that good, but it's still pretty good. Very good, actually. 4 stars. Great match. Next one, Jarrett Lynn versus Jay Briscoe. An underrated match, I feel. I thought this was a good main event. 3.5 stars. I think this was just as good as Jarrett Lynn Colt Cabana. Maybe not as good because Colt Cabana made me laugh. But I think the wrestling itself was probably a little better than his match with Colt Cabana at the Homecoming 2. So this was just a fun match. I really enjoyed this match. The crowd was dead. Dead. And that's what I was going to say. If you watch the Botchamanias of people who talk too much, basically, you could hear everything that Jerry Lynn and Jay Briscoe were saying because the crowd was dead. Like when Jay Briscoe told Jerry Lynn, "Whip me into the corner." Jerry Lynn goes, "What?" And Jay Briscoe goes, "Whip me into the corner." And he goes, "Oh, okay." They did a couple other times, but I couldn't really comprehend it. You could hear the sounds though. But it was still an enjoyable match. I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I really did like it. You know, I think the crowd was just upset with the earlier night. I don't know why they should have been upset. I thought it was a good show. And obviously, Jerry Lynn did 2 funny things where one, a fan said, "I'm so angry," and Jerry Lynn says, "If you hate this, go watch the fucking WWE." And another one, Jerry Lynn was talking mostly to Briscoes, and one fan said, "Shut the fuck up." And he said, or "Shut up," or Jerry, I think, and he goes, "Hey, you had your 5 minutes of fame, so sit down and shut the fuck up." Pretty funny. And yeah, you could tell the stress really did get to Jerry Lynn. He was obviously... And he always made it a point, especially Never Say Die, when they booed him out and they wanted Chris Hero to win. That promo afterwards, how passionate he was, and you can clearly see in his eyes how sad he was that the fans are booing him. But you know, overall, it was still a very good match, and I think this was an enjoyable show. I'm gonna give it an 8, 7.75, 8, somewhere around there. I thought it was a very enjoyable show, and I don't know why it's getting so much crap. I thought it was pretty much a good show from start to finish. So, once again, I think you should go check out Validation. And maybe it's not for everyone. I'm going to say that now because obviously some people didn't like it. The people that were there definitely didn't like it. But, you know, I thought it was an enjoyable show. I'm going to give it an 8 or 7.75. It was a good show in my opinion. Check it out. Also, ROH is having a DVD sale on their Bigten. And there's a lot of DVDs there that I think are great. I definitely recommend you checking Manhattan Mayhem. Yes, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's probably like their 2nd or 3rd best show of all time. $10. And I don't know if the 10% off sale applies too. If it does, $9. Pick it up, man. This is a great, great show, I hear. I will watch it too. And there's also a bunch of great stuff on there. 50th Festival Finale's on there, which I heard was great. Go to the list in the description box. There's a whole list of things that I think are personally stuff you need to check out. Both from what I've seen, and True Slayer has a list which C-Dude gave to me, and I have it, and a bunch of stuff that's on the sale and it's on the list is in the description box. Go pick something from there. The higher it is, I think if it's low on the list, it's either I haven't seen it yet, or, you know, the stuff that tie is either, like, really good or, like, really rare or never will be on Bigten again. So please buy from ROH. Support Ring of Honor. If you want to buy the Rise and Fall of WCW, buy from ROH. They already have it ready. They have it ready. It's in their stock right now. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But if it's in their stock ready, go order Rise and Fall of WCW, which everyone wants. Go order it from ROH. Don't buy it from Amazon. They don't need it. Buy it from Ring of Honor. And 10% off the DVD, might I add, if you get it before Tuesday. So please, go support Ring of Honor. If you want to buy Night of Champions, Map Ace 1419. I know you said you want to buy Night of Champions 2009. ROH has that. Get it from Ring of Honor. And also, the new ROH DVD, Violent Tendencies, is out, which has a cage match between Black and Jacobs, and I heard that was pretty good. Okay, guys, I'm Bigrat310. Like I said, Validation. I think it's actually a pretty good show, in my opinion. I'm out, guys. Peace.